Are you ready?
Am I ready? I guess so.
Why are you doing this?
Um, Sorry. I'm doing this because I need to be vocal. Well, not vocal, but I need to be vocal about what this is in terms of why I am the way I am, or why I do the things that I do. And I'm doing this because I need to have that conversation. I need to talk about it. I need to find ways in which I can help myself. Um, so if talking about it, airing everything out, putting it down on paper allows me to do that, then I don't see why. If I want the help that I need to get, I think I should make the initiative to be vulnerable and just talk about what it is that happens or what it is that I'm going through.
How are you feeling right now?
I am nervous. I am very afraid of what I might say, and if I ever reflect on this, it will be very scary to see that this is, to basically see it. I've lived it, but maybe like seeing it is going to be what helps me, I guess. I don't know.
I'm going to ask a few questions. Are you up for answering them?
Okay.
What would you say makes you go into your dark space?
What would I say makes me get into my dark place? Um, my insecurities. I think my insecurities have played a big toll on what makes me get into my dark place, because with my insecurities come me being anxious, me being overwhelmed easily, me just not like, change is happening and I'm like, I cannot manage the change, and I can't wrap my head around the fact that things are changing and I have to become a part of the change. So it frustrates me and it exhausts me, and it's just like, I shouldn't be getting like frustrated about these things, but that is what, that is what gets me, and that is what just like starts boiling everything up. Everybody was going through a lot during COVID, so I can't say, oh, COVID affected me this way, because it affected everybody. But for me, it was like this big change. I just graduated from college, kind of, and then I was now into the working world, and the working world was confusing because what I was prepared for was not, I wasn't doing in the working world. I was prepared to do face-to-face. I was prepared to interact physically with children and all of this stuff, and now this change that came was everything is done online, and it was just like, okay, hey, young, get with the program. But then it kind of opened my eyes up to the fact that maybe I didn't really want to be a part of this program. Depression came out of nowhere. Was depressive, going through mood swings, up and down. Last couple months ago, I was just like knocked down, like somebody punched me in the gut, knocked down, and the mask that you normally wear, fake it till you make it mask, that mask was worn out, that mask was tired, and it was just like, what do I do now? And financially, everything is kind of wavy there. So emotionally, I'm crying for no reason. I'm hearing all of these health issues that I'm now having, and it's just like, wow, this all of these changes are really happening, and I don't know what to do about them. I don't know what to do, and it's scary.
Do you often engage in negative self-talk?
Where do I have? Yeah. I smile because it's common for me to think negatively of myself, because one of my biggest insecurities is my self-confidence. I've never been 100% confident in myself and in my abilities, so there's always self-doubt within me. So negative talk comes a lot. I'll be sitting down reading a book about love, and I'm like, oh, I'm never gonna fall in love, and it's just like, you're just reading a fictional book. Get over it. Stop being a baby and stuff like that. So I do, do a lot of negative talk. It's not good, but it happens, especially with my weight. I think I've that kind of negative talk and weight is just like a scratch record now at this point, because it really is in my brain. It's just like, shut up, we get it, but yeah.
Do you often compare yourself to friends and family?
I often compare myself to my friends and family. Who doesn't? I think everyone compares themselves to someone, somebody. But for me, growing up, I just always felt like I was compared. And it might not have been that way. It might just have all been in my head, but I've always felt like my grades were compared to my classmates. My grades were compared to my cousins. How I carried myself was compared to my classmates, to my cousins, to my friends. And for a long time, it sat with me that I was never. There are times when I felt like I was never okay enough, and honestly speaking, I don't think anyone around me was trying to do that, but that's how I interpreted it. That's how I've always interpreted things. If someone was to ask, how is your esteem? My esteem is lower than low. It is the lowest of lows, and it affects me a lot. And I think it affected me a lot when I was a teenager, or even younger than that, because it was hard for me to socialize with my cousin. It was hard for me to be around her and her group of friends, because they were all so confident and just like sure of themselves, and I was like, what in God's name are you people drinking in the juice? Because like, why are you this confident and like, so free? I used to be very jealous of like my cousin. I used to be very jealous of her, and I used to hate that I was jealous of her. But it is what it was. I don't know. It just just thinking about it, it makes me sad that I was jealous. It makes me sad that I allowed myself to think that way. I allowed myself to continuously do the comparing. I mean, I was compared. It's like, oh, you're great. Look how so and so get this. Why you get this? And it was just like this one time it was said to me, but it stuck with me. And when it stuck with me, everything else along, it was just like this constant record, like over and over and over again. So whenever I did something, it was just like hard to try and say, hey, you know? But that's just from my perspective. I feel like if someone were to look at me or I don't know, from somebody else's eyes, they're seeing something completely different, and that's what scares me. It's just like, is all of this, like, are all these feelings, are all these emotions, is it just something that I'm making up to feel bad about myself? And if it is, like, how do I fix it, you know? How do I fix the situation? I always, it's funny, I always used to say that all my friends are smarter than me. They are. All my friends are prettier than me. There are days when I feel that. All my cousins are prettier than me. It's just like, I've always felt odd. I've always just felt like I didn't belong in any of the groups. I didn't belong in any of my friend groups. I didn't belong in my cousin, like, all my cousins. It was just really hard. I don't know. It's still, I don't think it's as hard as it was then, but it's just like, there are days when I feel like that. There are days when I feel like the young 14-year-old, the young 13-year-old who just didn't feel like she was enough.
If you could change something about yourself, what would it be?
If I could change something about myself, what would it be? I wish that I believed in myself a lot more. I wish, something I want to change is, I want to believe in myself more. I want to accept that I might not be like everybody else, and that's why it's unique. And because if all of us were the same, then this world would be a crazy one. The world would be boring. I want to be more confident in myself. I want to take pictures and not second guess all of them. I want to just be myself, the person that I don't want to be sad. I don't want to be depressed about my weight, or not feeling pretty enough, or not feeling beautiful enough, or not feeling smart enough. I want to feel like it's okay to not know what the heck I'm doing. It's okay for me to be lost a little bit, and to be confused in sense of, I don't know which path I'm going regarding my work. So yeah, I think that is what I want to change about myself, to stop overthinking every little thing and becoming so anxious, because it deprives me of living within the moment. I want to be carefree, and not carefree to the point where, but I want to be carefree in my mind.
What is the boldest thing you've ever done, and how has it made you feel?
The boldest thing that I've ever done is probably start this YouTube channel, because I've always wanted to do it, but I was afraid. I was scared. I wasn't confident in myself to do it. I mean, it has taken me a couple months to do a video. So yeah, I just didn't believe in myself a lot, and the fact that I just got up one day and did it, it was just like, okay, you're doing something. What are we doing here? Write it down, people. Something's happening.
Are you being true to yourself?
Am I being true to myself? No.